David with Hanson Carlin Architecture and Construction, and today we're going to talk to you about recessed lighting. Can lighting, down lighting, there's a lots of name for it, so let's get going. Since I started building with my father in the early 80s, lighting has changed significantly. We've always had a recessed or down lighting, but it has changed a lot over the last particular 5 to 10 years, and maybe mostly in the last 5. Back in the 80s, we started with lights like this. Actually, they were bigger than this. This is a recessed can light. It's a 5-inch remodel can. And back in the early days, these lights here were even larger. They were 6-inch. And oftentimes what you would find is in the attic, you would find that they had put a piece of cardboard around them to keep insulation from going because they got so hot they worried about them being a fire danger. You can imagine having 20 or 50 can lights all with the insulation missing, how cold that was in a house. This is a can we've been using a lot. It's the H245 Icat Can by Cooper Lighting Halo. And if you'll notice with this can, look at how small the profile of it. This will actually fit within a 2x6 rafter. And so if you picture this can here being put into the drywall, nowadays we have almost 2 feet of insulation. So you can get an airtight seal if you do some sealing along the drywall, but the insulation will be covering it well. And so that's really important in a new construction. We use the word layers of light when we talk about a project because sometimes you want to be able to control lights where you can set different tones or different moods in the home. And so at times you want it just super bright, and at times you want it more maybe where it's dimmed down and you just see these decorative fixtures. So the main drivers for the light of the house are often a down light. One of the things we've been using a lot on our projects is another product by Cooper, Halo, and it's an ML4. So we use this traditional shallow can that we can seal up good in the ceiling. The other neat thing about these is you can get these different lenses. See, this is a narrow lens, and you get a wide angle lens, and you can put the lens that you want to get the effect that you want. So I'm in a tall room here, so maybe instead of a flood type of lens, we'd put in a narrow lens if we wanted to get more light over a table or something like that. So there's some options with this. They also make a neat wall wash lens for this. So it's a regular can, and it's a lens that will take the light and bend it towards the wall, towards your art. We use that one a lot. Instead of this thing, you have a hole that's 2 inches square, or you can buy it in a round, and it puts out more light than this. And so we really like that. This has a nice, the square has a nice modern look to it. Here we are in a new room, and you can see it's just been drywalled and painted. We have our rough cans here. So the way we would install this is you take out this temporary paint cover. We're going to take and plug it in here. It'll only go in one way, the plug. And we have the can ready to go. And so all we have to do is shove it up in there. It goes up tight to the drywall. And there's the magnets will grab it and just sticks up totally tight to the drywall. So this is a light that puts out a ton of light, but you don't even really notice them when you're in the room. It's a light that kind of goes away.